SSTV01 here. Welcome back to Sled Shed TV. That's right, it's a new season, it's summertime, it's hot out, and we're talking sleds. We're going to feature this week's advertisers, Boys and Power Reeds. They were nice enough to send us down a set of rage cages for the drag sled. And also, we're going to talk to Jimster, our very own mountain man from up in Kamloops, British Columbia, about mountain tech. So stick around, we're going to have some fun. So this is the box you're going to get from Boys and Power Reeds. I contacted Joe from Boys and off of Sled Freak through Susie Doo. You can probably get a hold of her, or just click right on our advertiser link on sledfreak.com for Boys and Power Reeds, and you can order right through there. Now this is the box you're going to get. Open the box. What do we have? Oh, looky there. Isn't that nice? We got one reed block, two reed blocks. Move them over here so you can see them. Our gaskets, and the never failing set of destructions. So that's what you're going to get. It's pretty simple. 4 steps according to the paper here, and you can be rocking and rolling. So let's put them in. So for time constraint here and everything, I've already removed just about everything except for one reed block. This is the stock reed block. You'll take your carburetors off, your carb boots off, then your reed block. The reed block comes out. This is a stocker. It's actually a good thing that I'm changing them, because I looked at these and they're starting to stretch. They're actually opened up a little more than they should be. They should be slammed closed against this plastic. They should always be closed unless you're running. Once they start to stretch out, they get play in them, some slop, and they're hanging open. And that is poor performance, let me tell you. They can also crack. I thought I had a cracked one, but sometimes they'll chip on the edge or something like that, and you know, you're constantly getting a fuel dump instead of pressure when you need it. So they're out. Now all we gotta do is put the new ones in. So the first thing that goes on is a gasket. We're going to take the gasket, slide it on, and set your reed block in. We're going to do the same thing with the other side. Also, I want to show you the stock reed. Okay, the back side of the stock reed, this is where your carburetor sets against. And this piece of plastic, okay, and otherwise it's an open hole. And that's not, you know, very good flow right there. So the rage cage, and look at that, that's machined aluminum, everything's smooth, no sharp edges, perfect flow. This is what you want. So we're going to put a gasket on this one. Right like that. We're going to put that on. And we're also going to put another gasket in here. Okay, this is going to go, here's your carb boot. These are going to go like so. Okay. The other side now. Okay, so now everything's started. All we got to do is tighten down all our Allen bolts, and then we got to put our carburetors on. So while I'm doing that, let's go visit Jimster up in Kamloops, BC.
Here talking about going to the mountains and what you need to take with you when you go. Anyways, I brought out a few things here and I thought I'd show them to you. First thing you like to have, a beacon. Everybody needs a beacon. If there's an avalanche, can't find somebody if you don't have it. You should always, before you go out on the day, turn your beacon on and get one of your buddies to turn his beacon on, or all of you turn your beacons on, and switch over to the seat mode and make sure that they work, because you can't just take it for granted that they work every time. It's a good idea. Plus it gives you a little time to practice too in using it. Somebody should always have a cell phone, at least one guy. You don't all have to have them, but just one guy should have them. Anything happens, if somebody gets injured, you know, you can get hold of the helicopter. I don't know if any of you are familiar with the spot locator. It sends a GPS signal and it will alert the nearest authorities for search and rescue to your exact coordinates if you need to. But it also can, you can use it to send a message to your friends and family on email or through text messaging to say that you're okay and that you're having fun, and let them know where you are. Walkie-talkies. You know, these are handy. I'll tell you, many times I've been out and guys have disappeared and you have no idea where they are. They're stuck or they're just lost. You shut off your machine, you listen for a while. If you don't hear anything, you send out a call on that, and pretty soon you guys are figuring out where the other guy is. Shovel and a probe, gotta have them when you're up in the mountains. Pretty easy to pack in your backpack. I always carry a saw. And it's just a folding saw, but boy does it ever come in handy if you ever put your sled into a tree well, or just even into some branches, if you ducked under a tree. It's a real problem. It's always a good idea to have a bit of, have some rope and maybe a strap. You can use the rope to tow a sled out if you have to, and the strap can be used to pull a sled out that's stuck. If, say, it's stuck in a pretty bad spot, you can put the strap on there and you can get a better pull on it than just pulling on the skis. Anyways, that's it. Pretty simple, really. Just a matter of putting it all into a backpack. Always make sure when you're carrying these items, especially this tracker and shovel and probe, that these things are in your backpack. A lot of guys like to put them on their sleds. That's great. Except for if you ever get in an avalanche, you're not going to be on your sled. And if you aren't on your sled, you don't have this, that's what they'll find. They'll find your sled. So if this is on your person, which it should be, and you have a shovel and your probe, you can also help look for people once you're free too. But always make sure this stuff is kept on you, and just a light backpack is all you need. That's all I wear. Anyways, stay safe out there. Talk to you later.
All right. Well, thanks to Jimster for his contribution this week. And here we are. Our reeds are in. Carburetors are hooked up. We went from 38 millimeter K-Heens to the 40 millimeter Mikuni rack carbs now. So we're definitely going to get more fuel to her. And with the reeds, we're going to get some higher RPM and some more horsepower. So that's it. That's done. And next week we'll change the plumbing. I got to change the plumbing around because it's set up for dual feed, and I need a single feed. And finish off some electrical work, and maybe we'll start her up. Okay, so that's our show for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it was kind of short, but you know, it is summer and not a lot's going on. So, but anyways, very special thanks goes out to Jimster for doing that video segment. He's going to be doing more, and I hope they turn out just as great. Whitey is also supposed to be doing some vintage tech for me, and that'll be on at some point. Also, you watercross guys, if you guys want to do some informational videos on your watercross setup or your motor setup or anything like that, make them 5 to 10 minutes long, send them to me, we'll crop them down, and we'll throw you on the show. So, also, a very special thank you goes out to Joe and Susie Doo for setting me up with the boys and reeds. We're going to follow the progression on this with the drag sled, and we might even put some trail sleds too. So stay tuned, and we'll see what we can do. And until next time, we'll see you on the trail.